Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm glad you're back for another recipe this week. I hope everybody had a great weekend, a great Father's Day. If you're a dad that watches my channel, happy late Father's Day. If you're a woman that does both jobs, mother and father, I just want to let you know that I'm proud of you. For 3 years, my mom was my dad and mom at the same time, so I know it's a little bit hard. It was just me and her for 3 years, and I'm glad my mom found a dad that was able to take care of me. So I also want to say happy Father's Day to my dad as well. And anyways, for this video, we're going to be making Enchiladas Suizas. It's kind of like the green spaghetti. It's very similar to this, so if you guys like the green spaghetti, you're gonna love this enchiladas. For this recipe, we're going to need chicken flavor bouillon, salt, 5 serrano peppers. If you don't want it too spicy, you can add less, half an onion and 2 garlic cloves, 8 green tomatillos, a little bunch of cilantro, mozzarella cheese, half a bar of cream cheese, and about 1 cup of sour cream, 8 chile poblanos, and 3 chicken breasts. In a pot with about 10 cups of water, we're going to add salt to your taste, a piece of onion, 1 garlic clove, and our chicken breasts. We're going to cover this and let this boil for about 15-20 minutes. It's gonna depend on how thick your chicken breasts are. It's gonna depend on how long it's gonna take. Mine are not very thick, so it's gonna take about 20-30 minutes. We're gonna check our chicken breast at this time. You wanna cut the middle. You can cut it with a knife. See if it's pink. It still needs to be cooked. If it's not, it's ready to be removed from the water. Make sure that you check, and you also check from the thickest part of your meat. We're going to place our chicken breasts on a plate, cut them into big pieces, let those cool down. After they have cooled, we're going to shred our chicken. While your chicken is cooking and you're shredding your chicken, you can also be doing your poblanos at the same time. On a comal, we're going to add our chile poblanos. What we want is for the skin to burn off so we can peel it easy. If you want, you can also put them on your oven, put them on a baking sheet, add a little bit of oil, and put them on broil for about 15 minutes. You want to turn them over every once in a while so all the skin can get loosey and it'll be easier for you to peel them. You can also do this directly on a gassed stove. Just turn on your stove and place your chiles on top of it. It's gonna burn the skin off. I prefer it to do it that way because I feel like it gets a little bit a different flavor. Since I have an electric stove, I have to use a comal. You can also use a comal, but I would recommend you using just directly on the stove if you have a gas stove. You know it would be ready whenever all the skin is kind of lifted and it has turned black like this. Once it turns black like this, we're going to put them on a plastic bag. Make sure it doesn't have any holes in it. Put them all together, tie it, and wrap it around a towel. This is going to make our poblanos to sweat, and it's going to be easier for us to peel them. After about 15 minutes, our poblanos are ready, and we're going to peel them off. You're going to grab the skin and peel it off. Cut the top part off of it, and you're going to take the seeds out. Do this for every poblano pepper that you have. Once we have our poblanos ready, we can start on our green sauce. On a blender, we're going to add our tomatillos, chicken flavor bouillon, serranos, the little bunch of cilantro, half of the bar of the cream cheese, and about 1 cup of sour cream. We're also gonna add our onion and 1 piece of garlic. For this next part, you have 2 options. You can use 2 cups of the chicken broth, or you can use 2 cups of whole milk. It's up to you, whichever one you want to use. I'm going to be adding 2 cups of milk to give it a little bit of the watery, and it can blend together. We're gonna blend this first, and then we're gonna add our chile poblanos. Once I have this blended, I tasted it, and I feel like I needed a little bit more salt and a little bit more cilantro, so that's what I'm adding now. Salt, cilantro, and our poblano peppers. We're gonna blend this all together. On a pot, we're going to add a little bit of vegetable oil. Let that heat up for a couple seconds. And then we're gonna saute your onion. Make sure your onion turns translucent, kind of like a clear onion. And then we're gonna add our sauce. On my blender, I still had a little bit sauce on there, so I added a little bit of milk, shaked it off, and I'm adding that to my sauce as well. Check your thickness. If you feel like your sauce is too thick, add a little bit of milk to it. Don't add a lot because we don't want our sauce to be very runny. We want it a little bit thick, so it's better if you add little by little than add too much. We're going to let this boil for about 10-15 minutes, but we're going to come and check very constantly because since it is milk, it can stick to the bottom of your pan. Make sure you taste for salt as well. I feel like mine was lacking a little bit of salt, so I'm adding a little bit more of the chicken flavor bouillon and mixing all this together and letting it boil again. The color that it turns on camera, it's more like a lime green, but in real life it's like a dark green. It's not very light, it's just the way the camera picks up the color, but it is more of a darker green than a lighter green. After about 15 minutes of our sauce boiling, we're gonna turn it off, and now we are ready to do our enchiladas. For my tortillas, you have two options. You can either deep fry them, get a pan, add a little bit of oil, and then fry your tortillas for like 2 or 3 seconds. Since we're in quarantine, I kind of gained a little bit of weight, so I'm trying to stay away from the grease. What I did is I just grabbed my tortillas, wrapped them around a napkin, and put them on the microwave for like a minute, and then that's gonna make our tortillas soft. When our tortillas are soft, we're going to get our tongs and dip them on the sauce. Place them on your plate, get a little bit of chicken, and then roll your tortillas. We're going to do this for every single tortilla. Get your tortilla, dip it in sauce, add chicken, and roll. Again, here you have two options. You can put them on a plate like I'm doing right now, add the cheese on top and put it on the microwave, or you can put them on a baking sheet and add your cheese and bake them for about 5-10 minutes so the cheese can melt. This is up to you. If I'm doing a lot of enchiladas, I would normally put it on the oven to make it easier, but since I'm only doing this for myself right now, I'm going to be adding it on a plate and putting them on the microwave. We're going to add a little bit of sauce on the top of enchiladas, and then we're going to add the cheese on top as well. Microwave this for about a minute, and this is how our enchiladas are going to turn at the end. They are very tasty and very easy to make. This can also work great for a party. You can prep them in advance, and then once your guests arrive, you can just put them on the oven, heat them up, and also the cheese can melt, so it's very party friendly as well. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends if you loved it, comment down below what other recipes you want me to make next, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, turn on your notification bell so you can be notified every time that we upload a video. I hope you guys had a great Father's Day weekend, and we'll see you next week with a brand new recipe. Bye!